Okay, so today I have this desire to tell you my opinion, totally my opinion about why I think zombies are so popular in our culture. And, you know, back when I was younger, it was a lot of vampire stuff. And vampire to me represents the shadow side of sexuality and intimacy and getting deep inside, right? So our fear of sexuality is the vampire stuff, right? So the zombies are more of a more current it's more current. More people are into zombies. There are more zombie movies. What was the first one? I can't remember the name of it. It was back in the 80s, but it was kind of a newer thing. And I actually think, and I'm curious about what your opinion is too, but I actually think that this interest in zombies is really, you're like this, it's because on some level, we are zombies. And it's because we're drugging ourselves out through vaccines and also through drugs, both legal and illegal drugs. We're becoming zombies that way. We're zombies in knowing what's going on, the shadow side that's happening around us within organizations, within companies, within the government, this shadow part that is kind of trying to stay hidden is out there. And we're going through our lives as zombies. We're kind of just going ahead without recognizing that we are holding ourselves back and putting ourselves in this brain mushy energy through all of these things. And that mushy brain is they're eating parts of these things that like the drugs and bad food and the chemicals in our environment is all eating away at our brains. And we know this on a really subconscious level. And we're interested in kind of wanting to do something about it, but we don't know what to do. So it's kind of the zombie thing is really giving us the means to take a look at where's the shadow within ourselves. That's part of the zombie thing. So what part of the shadow self is there that is making you into a zombie? But also, what chemicals are you putting in your environment? What are you consuming that's making you a zombie? What is the society? Another good thing, zombies, ways that we do zombie stuff is through video games. It really makes you into a zombie. Or watching TV all the time. It's a zombie energy. And that zombie energy within our culture is holding us. Hey, Heather. It's holding us in this mushy brain energy. And so anytime that I see zombies or I see connection to zombies or I dream about zombies, I always think, okay, what is the shadow that's coming up for me? And what am I doing? What am I consuming in my life that's making me connect to this zombie energy? And I, without being political, because I don't like politics, I'm not interested in politics, so please don't say anything about politics, but I feel that there's a societal desire from some, let's say, source, and not source like God source, but like a source of energy or organization that wants us to be zombie-like. Because guess what? Zombies can be controlled. They just walk around and they just want other people to become zombies. So the more zombies are out there, the less likely somebody's going to say, wait a minute, something's not right here, we need to make a change. And what better way to do that than chemicals, vaccines, food that's really bad for you, or hurting us in some way. All of these things, to me, is why zombies are such a big part of our culture. And I'd love to hear some feedback from you guys about this and what you see. All these things are making zombies out of our children. I mean, they're screwing with our children, which is even worse. I mean, it's bad enough that as adults we're being messed with, but it's also happening to our children. And I'm not really a political person, but I do believe that there's something to be said for this zombie energy that's it's filtering into our collective subconscious. And it's filtering into how we perceive the world. And it's, in my eyes, it's messing with our environment. It's messing with who we are. There's something wrong with this zombie, this zombie, I don't even know what to call it. It's almost like a conspiracy. Ugh, don't tell me I said that word. Yes, oh my gosh, okay. I said the word conspiracy, but let's not go crazy, right? But what we have to do is say, I am not going to be a zombie. I'm going to pay attention to what's happening. I'm not going to put my energy toward zombie things. And that even includes people who go any extreme, anywhere, my eyes, because you don't want to be an extremist, but you do want to recognize when things are working, when things are not working. And I'm curious what other people have to say about that. I know this is kind of an odd topic. It doesn't sound like something I would be interested in, but I'm curious of what other people think. If they have noticed this zombie invasion, for lack of a better word, right? This zombie invasion that's consuming our culture. And it is not just because there are movies on TV. This is directly linked to our culture, our subconscious, and how we're moving about our lives and what are we trying to create. I don't think we need any more zombies in this world who are just trying to go out there and just consume. And we are a consumer. Oh, that's another one, I guess. Yeah. We're very much a consumer society, right? We want to consume. We want a lot of things in our lives. So maybe that's another way we're zombies, is by the consuming a lot of things in our lives. Consumerism, let's say, right? So I think that all of these things are why this subconscious zombie energy is kind of popular nowadays. Consumer, good. Thanks, Diana. Yeah, consumer is a good one. I know. I'm just trying to think of all these things that are making us feel like zombies, like we're and feeding that energy of zombieism. And I like I said, video games and chemicals in our environment and chemicals in our food and all of these things, I think, and vaccines are pulling us into that zombie energy. And I just find that interesting. I've been dreaming about zombies, and I've been looking into okay, let me figure this all out. Hey, Stephanie, let me try to figure this all out. What is it for me? Right? So I was looking at it for me. So I see zombies as a shadow side of myself. But then there's something else. And I was like, what is it? It's something to do with the collective consciousness and the subconscious has to, as a whole. It's not just for me, because this is in our society so much more prevalent than when, when I know that one zombie movie. I'm not a huge zombie fan, so don't get me wrong. I feel like that energy is really very negative, and it's very heavy. It's very, very heavy energy, but something is drawing us into that energy and that interest into zombies, and it's got to be something. So I'd love to hear from you guys about what that is and what you think and what your opinion is about the consumerism and video games. You know, just when you're sitting there watching TV, when you're sitting there playing video games, you know, you try to tear a 10-year-old away from a video game, they can go crazy. Taps in the fear of being consumed by the unknown. Ooh, Diane, you are smart. Right. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, because we are afraid of the unknown, all sorts of unknowns. So that's a great one, Diane. Fear of being consumed by the unknown. Ooh, contemplate that one for a little while. Wow. Sorry, you kind of blew my mind. So I'm sitting there kind of feeling into that. Interesting. So that's a good one. Let's have a conversation about this. I'd love to just hear your feedback. And so anyway, that's all I want to say about zombies. And I appreciate your time. And I think this is an interesting topic. So much love to you all, and have an amazing day. And look at your own shadow for your zombieism. Bye.